I'm 70 years old, still driving, and haven't been hospitalized in the past 30 years, all thanks to these 5 vitamins that anyone can take. Sounds hard to believe, right? But it's true. I haven't had the flu, joint pain, or persistent fatigue in the last 3 decades. While many of my peers are frequently in and out of the hospital and rely on medications, I've managed to stay healthy, mentally sharp, and completely free from prescription drugs. The secret isn't some miracle cure or complicated diet. It's simply 5 vitamins that most seniors tend to overlook. Why can these vitamins make such a big difference? And how can you, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, start benefiting from them today? Watch this video all the way through, because missing even a single minute might leave you wishing you'd known this sooner. If this sounds like something you've been looking for, hit the like button to help spread this message to more seniors. Leave a comment and let me know where you're from and what your biggest health concern is. I read every single one and will pick the most important topics to cover in upcoming videos. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on simple, powerful tips for living a healthier, happier life every day. A lot of people ask me, how do you stay so healthy? Do you go to the doctor often? I just smile and answer honestly, no need, because I chose prevention over cure with vitamins. If there's one thing I've learned after more than 60 years of living, it's this. Good health doesn't just happen. It comes from the little things, and one of those small things that's kept me illness-free for the past 30 years is vitamin D. At this point, some people might sigh and say, oh, vitamins? That's nothing new. But the truth is, I've seen far too many people my age end up in the hospital with broken bones, in wheelchairs due to weak joints, even relying on daily medication, all because they were missing this one simple thing. I used to think that would be my fate too, until I truly understood the irreplaceable role of this vitamin. Vitamin D isn't just about helping your body absorb calcium for strong bones. It's actually a silent commander that coordinates countless vital functions, from regulating the immune system and fighting off viruses to stabilizing mood and preventing cognitive decline. As we age, we become more prone to deficiency, not because we eat less, but because our body's ability to produce it drops dramatically. I still remember when I was 62. Every morning I woke up feeling sore all over. My knees cracked, my back ached like it was broken. At first, I thought it was just from sitting too much and not moving enough. But within a few months, I started catching colds often, then came muscle pain, chronic insomnia. The constant fatigue made me irritable, forgetful. At times, I felt like I had aged years in just one. But in the end, it was all simply the result of a vitamin D deficiency. When I went in for a checkup, the doctor looked at my blood test results and said, "You're severely deficient in vitamin D. This is why your body feels like it's breaking down." I was stunned. All I could think was, but I live a healthy life, eat 3 proper meals a day. How could I be deficient? Turns out, after age 60, our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight drops by as much as 75%. On top of that, I rarely spent time in the sun, and I didn't eat much fatty fish or vitamin D fortified dairy. Little by little, my vitamin D levels were silently running low, and the most dangerous thing about this deficiency is that it doesn't hurt right away. You don't see it clearly at first, but it wears you down day by day until your body just can't keep up anymore. From that day on, I started to make changes. Every morning, I spent about 20 minutes outside in the garden. I didn't need to sunbathe my whole body, just letting the morning sunlight touch my arms and part of my legs was enough. I added salmon to my meals twice a week, included eggs and low-sugar milk in my snacks, and started taking a daily vitamin D3 supplement, 1,000 IU, since D3 is more easily absorbed than D2. The results didn't come overnight, but after about 3 weeks, I began to feel a noticeable difference. Waking up felt easier, my back no longer ached, my knees moved more smoothly, and my mood was much brighter. The constant fatigue faded, I slept more deeply, and rarely woke up during the night. From someone who used to tread carefully into old age, I slowly regained confidence with every step I took. But I also learned another equally important lesson. Vitamin D needs to be used the right way. Many people think that taking a high dose is better, but that's a dangerous mistake. Oversupplementing can lead to nausea, fatigue, irregular heartbeat, and even damage to the liver and kidneys due to calcium buildup. According to my doctor, older adults should only take about 800 to 1,000 IUs per day if they're not severely deficient. And it must be paired with vitamin K2 to make sure calcium goes where it's supposed to, into the bones, not building up in the arteries and causing blockages. I still remember an old friend of mine, Mr. Nam, who didn't believe in vitamins. He used to say, "Rice is enough for me. I don't need any pills." But when he was 68, he slipped in the bathroom and fractured his hip. After surgery, he was bedridden for half a year and was never able to walk the same again. When they ran tests, the doctor found that his bones were extremely brittle due to years of severe vitamin D deficiency. I'm not sharing this story to scare you, but to give you a wake-up call. When we're still healthy, it's easy to believe we'll always stay that way. But in reality, our health in old age is like an oil lamp. If we don't take care of it, even a small breeze can blow it out. Are you getting sunlight every morning? Does your diet include enough fish, eggs, and dairy? Have you ever had a blood test to check your vitamin D levels? Take a moment to pause and ask yourself, is my body silently missing something important? If you've been dealing with persistent back pain, stiff knees, frequent colds, or long-term insomnia, don't ignore it. What you might need could be as simple as a little sunlight each day, one small supplement taken regularly, and a conscious decision to start caring for your health in a smarter way. To me, vitamin D isn't a miracle cure. It's a trusted companion I never leave behind. Thanks to it, I've been able to maintain my health, my spirit, and the confidence to live each day of my later years with strength and stability. If you're still listening and feel like this story reflects your own, I invite you to share your experience in the comments. I read every single message, and who knows, your story might be the wake-up call someone else needs to start taking their health seriously. And if you found this content helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back every week to walk with you through aging with a new mindset, one that's not afraid, not dependent, but full of intention and belief in the power of small, daily changes. If vitamin D is the solid foundation that keeps me standing strong each day, then vitamin C is like the protective coat of paint on the house of health, shielding against illness, keeping my spirits high and my skin fresh. Without it, our immune system slowly weakens day by day without us even realizing it. As we enter our later years, our bodies become like a house that has weathered many seasons. Every brick, every pillar needs careful maintenance to keep that house standing strong against the test of time. On my journey to maintain good health, I've come to see vitamin C as one of the essential bricks that helps hold everything together. Vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, harmful molecules that build up over time and contribute to aging and the development of many chronic diseases. In addition, vitamin C plays a crucial role in the production of collagen, an important protein that helps maintain the elasticity of the skin, blood vessels, bones, and other connective tissues. I remember going through a period when I often felt tired, bruised easily from the slightest bump, and even small wounds took longer than usual to heal. At first, I thought it was just a normal part of getting older, but after seeing a doctor and getting tested, I found out I was deficient in vitamin C. That surprised me because I thought I was eating well every day. It turns out that as we age, our body's ability to absorb vitamin C changes, and our nutritional needs increase. My usual diet simply wasn't meeting those new demands. Vitamin C deficiency doesn't just cause symptoms like fatigue, easy bruising, and bleeding gums. It also weakens the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to infections and illness. In older adults, prolonged vitamin C deficiency can even lead to scurvy, a disease once common among sailors, with severe symptoms like swollen, painful joints, bleeding under the skin, and in extreme cases, death if left untreated. To supplement vitamin C effectively, I began adjusting my daily diet. I increased my intake of fruits and vegetables rich in vitamin C, such as oranges, tangerines, strawberries, kiwis, bell peppers, broccoli, and kale. I also started taking a vitamin C supplement in the morning after breakfast to ensure my body could absorb it as well as possible. However, I also made sure to be mindful about the proper dosage when supplementing with vitamin C. According to recommendations, adults should aim for about 75 to 90 milligrams of vitamin C per day. Taking too much can lead to side effects like diarrhea, nausea, and stomach cramps. That's why I always stick to the recommended dosage and consult with my doctor before using any supplements. After adjusting my diet and taking vitamin C in the right way, I noticed a clear improvement in my health. I caught colds less often, my wounds healed faster, and I had more energy throughout the day. It made me realize that, though small, vitamin C plays a vital role in maintaining health and quality of life as we age. If you're around my age, take some time to reevaluate your diet. Are you getting enough vitamin C each day? Do you regularly eat fresh fruits and vegetables? Share your experiences and questions in the comments below. Together, we can learn from one another and support each other in maintaining the best health possible. Now, let's talk about vitamin B12, a hidden current that quietly powers the brain and nervous system. It's what helps me stay sharp, remember things clearly, and remain calm even well into my 60s. You may have never paid much attention to this vitamin, but for me, it was a hard-learned lesson that came from being too careless with my own health. I used to think that forgetfulness was just a normal part of aging. Forgetting to turn off the stove, forgetting my grandchild's name. There was even a day I got lost in a market I'd been going to for years. At first, I just laughed it off. Maybe I just didn't sleep well. But when these things kept happening, I started to worry. Incept 10. One time, I was riding my motorbike and suddenly couldn't remember if I was supposed to turn left or right. I just stood there at the intersection, completely blank. That feeling was truly frightening. When I went to the doctor, brain scans didn't show anything abnormal, but they did find something small that turned out to be incredibly important, a severe vitamin B12 deficiency. I was shocked. How could someone who isn't vegetarian, who still eats meat and fish, be low on B12? It turns out that after the age of 60, our bodies produce less stomach acid, which significantly reduces the ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food. Even if you're eating enough, a weakened digestive system can't properly separate B12 from the protein in your meals. As a result, the vitamin never reaches where it's needed most, your brain and nervous system. The doctor explained that a B12 deficiency directly affects nerve function, leading to sensory issues, numbness in the hands and feet, confusion, and slower reflexes. If left untreated, it can even cause permanent nerve damage. B12 also plays a key role in producing red blood cells. Without it, you're more likely to experience fatigue, dizziness, and long-term anemia without any clear cause. At that moment, it felt like a door had just opened for me. I realized that all those symptoms I had brushed off as just getting old were actually signs of a silent deficiency. From that day on, I began my journey to restore my memory and nervous system. First, I changed my diet, adding more beef, salmon, and chicken liver to my meals. I continued drinking milk regularly, but started paying closer attention to brands fortified with B vitamins. Still, I understood that if my stomach wasn't absorbing properly, food alone wouldn't be enough. So I switched to sublingual B12 tablets, those that dissolve under the tongue and absorb directly into the bloodstream through the mouth's lining, bypassing the digestive system entirely. After about 4 weeks, the results truly moved me. I started remembering the little things again, whether I had turned off the stove, where I left my glasses. My mind felt clearer, sharper. I felt like I had regained control of my thoughts, like something inside me had finally woken up. My daughter even said, "Dad, you're sounding sharp again lately." And I knew, deep down, it was thanks to B12. What I regret most is not knowing all of this sooner. I could have saved myself months of worry and confusion. That's why I always speak honestly with friends my age. Don't wait until your memory starts playing hide and seek with you every day before taking action. If you often forget things, feel numbness in your hands or feet, or notice sudden mood swings, get your B12 levels checked. Just like vitamin D, B12 is safe when taken at the right dose. Older adults need about 2.4 mesograms per day, but if you're already deficient, higher doses may be necessary under a doctor's guidance. Some people may even need monthly B12 injections, especially if they've had stomach surgery or have absorption issues. Have you ever gone into the kitchen and forgotten why you were there? Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your fingertips, like tiny pins pricking your skin? If you have, don't hesitate to share your story. I know that feeling. It's unfamiliar, unsettling, and sometimes scary, especially when you start to doubt your own mind. I'm not sharing this story to scare you, but to remind you that memory, mental clarity, and a steady nervous system aren't luxuries. They're absolutely possible if you understand what your body needs and act in time. For me, vitamin B12 has become an essential part of my daily life, like a small key that keeps a big engine running smoothly, even at an age when many people start to accept slowing down. If you see yourself in these words, leave a comment. Are you currently supplementing with B12? Have you noticed any changes in your memory? I always read and respond because I believe that when we share, we don't just help ourselves, we help others who may be silently struggling without knowing why. Vitamin E, also known as tocopherol, is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, the main culprits behind aging and many chronic diseases. For older adults, getting enough vitamin E can support heart health, strengthen the immune system, and reduce the risk of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. I remember going through a phase when I constantly felt tired, my skin became dry and rough, and my vision started to decline. At first, I assumed it was just a normal part of getting older. But after a checkup and some tests, the doctor told me I had a vitamin E deficiency. I was surprised. After all, I thought I was eating well every day. It turns out that as we age, our body's ability to absorb vitamin E changes, and our dietary needs increase. My regular meals simply weren't meeting those needs. Vitamin E deficiency doesn't just cause symptoms like fatigue, dry skin, and poor vision. It also weakens the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to infections and illness. In older adults, prolonged vitamin E deficiency can lead to more serious problems such as nerve damage and an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. To supplement vitamin E effectively, I started adjusting my daily diet. I increased my intake of foods rich in vitamin E, such as sunflower seeds, almonds, avocados, spinach, and olive oil. I also began taking a vitamin E supplement in the morning after breakfast to ensure optimal absorption by the body. However, I also made sure to supplement vitamin E in the right dosage. According to recommendations, adults should get about 15 milligrams of vitamin E per day. Taking too much can lead to side effects like nausea, diarrhea, and stomach cramps. That's why I always stick to the recommended amount and consult my doctor before using any supplements. After adjusting my diet and taking vitamin E properly, I noticed a clear improvement in my health. My skin became softer, my vision stabilized, and I caught colds less often. It made me realize that though small, vitamin E plays a truly important role in maintaining health and quality of life as we age. If you're around my age, take a moment to reflect on your daily diet. Are you getting enough vitamin E each day? Do you regularly eat nuts, leafy greens, and healthy plant oils? Share your experiences and questions in the comments so we can learn from and support one another. As you can see, good health in our later years doesn't come from anything fancy or expensive. It comes from the morning sunlight, a bowl of vegetables, a piece of fish, a small vitamin, and most importantly, from your own willingness to take charge. With the right knowledge and care in the right places, you can absolutely live healthy, live happy, and stop being haunted by medications or hospital visits. I'm not a doctor, and I don't have any magic tricks. I'm just an ordinary senior, someone who's felt worried, tired, and confused by all the conflicting health advice out there. But after more than 30 years of personal experience, I've come to understand this. Simple things, when done consistently and correctly, can lead to truly remarkable changes. If today's story made you reflect on your own life, if you suddenly thought, maybe I'm missing something, then leave a comment. Let me know what you're concerned about, which vitamin you're most curious about, or even just where you're from. That way we can truly become a community, one that shares, supports, and walks this journey together. And if you'd like to keep discovering more health tips, nothing complicated, no long-winded theories, just real, effective, and easy-to-apply advice, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Next week, I'll be sharing how to combine different vitamins safely, affordably, and effectively. I'll also cover some common supplement mistakes that many people make without even realizing it. See you in the next video. Let's make our later years the most peaceful, balanced, and joyful chapter of life, because you truly deserve that.